Hello. More blueprints today. There is something I need to set up before we can begin that I forgot to do before activating the stream because I am foolish. Didn't take too long. In fact, it's already done. Okay. Yeah, more blueprints today. Again, going with the philosophy that if I get copyright struck, so be it. I know it's not a great philosophy, but there's really nothing better to do. Anyway, let's get started. Yesterday, or not yesterday, sorry, on Thursday, we confirmed that Marigold was, in fact, harbored in the shelter as I suspected. Marigold, of course, being the author who had relations to Sinclair, the owner of the estate, well, former owner of the estate, as he is dead. But Marigold was under attack by, not under attack, but like the what do you call it? Making an offering of gold may result in the bestowal of a beneficial blessing that will last for several days. I will see if I can come back for that. That seems quite helpful, depending on what that blessing is. Okay. Where was I? Yes, Marigold, the author who wrote a book that people said was anti-royalist party. Marigold herself denied this, but it doesn't really matter, as the Royalist Party apparently agreed and tried to kill her. But Sinclair harbored her in the shelter. And the Royalist Party was unable to find her when they came. And then she got smuggled out, apparently. That's about as far as we know for now. Anyway, this puzzle is essentially, there are 3 boxes, and we need to determine which one contains the gems. One is always a lie, one is always the truth, and one can be either a truth or a lie. So if the black box is not empty, the statement on the black box is true, and a box with a false statement contains the gems. Okay, the statement on the black box is true. The black box is not empty. If I were to take these two at face value, that means that the black box would be true, which means that a statement with a false statement contains the gems. Which would mean that the black box cannot contain the gems, which would also satisfy blue. So that cannot happen. If the black box was false, then a box with a true statement would have to contain the gems. And because the black box is false, the black box still cannot contain the gems. So the black box can never contain the gems either way. This means that this must be a lie, as the black box must always be empty. And if the statement on the black box is true or false, doesn't matter. Does it? Wait, it would matter. Oh no. So I've only determined this to be false. Or sorry, this to be... Yes, this is false. The black box is not empty. Wait, what? No. The black box is empty, sorry. So it's false. If I take this at face value, and this is true, that would make this true. If I take this at face value, or if I don't take this at face value and say it's false, then make this false and there'd be 3 false boxes. So this has to be true, this has to be true, and because this is the only false statement, it must contain the gems. That was a challenging one. Let's start off with a closet, I suppose. Or not start off, but just make a dead end here. First dead end is a closet. Moving on. I'll take the den so that I can keep moving forward. And here, I could take the chapel, but I would rather not because I want to keep the coins. So I'm going to take the drawing room so that I have a split. I suppose between a guest bedroom and a storeroom, I'll take the bedroom so that I have some footsteps. And a gem appeared, very nice. I will now, I suppose, keep going from this way. The curry yard, the nook, or the bedroom. Well, the curry yard is the only one that actually allows me to progress to a room I otherwise wouldn't immediately be able to access. I suppose I will go this way. There's a sledgehammer in here. Nice. This allows me to bust open the locks of... What do you call them? Are they chests? I don't remember what they're called. I think they might be chests. Here, I'm going to take the chapel. However, I'm not going to enter it immediately. I want to see if I can go around without entering the chapel, as I don't want to lose that coin. But at the same time, there was no other way that I could guarantee a way to the next rank. Here, I will take the bedroom as it turns the right way. Actually, I suppose I could take the kitchen, but I want to save the coins. Here, I will take the secret passage. And I would like a hallway, as it has the highest chance of allowing me to turn. I can get another courtyard for the East Wing Hall. I'll take the East Wing Hall so that I don't use up a gem. And before I progress further, I will move back. A pantry for some coins, I will take that. And I suppose a storeroom for the items inside. Because it's a dead end anyway. Now, moving on. Here I would like the corridor. And here, the bordure is the only place I can progress. Lock the door, but I have a key. I suppose I'll take the nook here, as it is the only one that allows me to progress without losing extra footsteps. Security allows a split, so I will take it. I will also decrease the probability of security doors. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. Settings, set level, low, offline mode unlocked. Alright. Let's go this way first, I suppose. A drafting studio. That's the first time I've drawn that. However, I could get the breaker box instead and turn off power to the security doors, which would allow me to then up the probability of them appearing and have essentially free doors that I can go through later on. However, a new floor plan to permanently add to the estate's drafting pool does sound cool. So I'll take that, and if I get the opportunity for another... Oh, and there's a compass here. Very nice. The Great Hall. Partitioning plan for Friday, November 20th. Huh? Well, this is just... Okay. I will look at that closely later. Not later, but like in a moment. The Great Hall partitioning plan for the 20th. I never really take the Great Hall, so I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. In the drafting studio, you will be able to change or choose a brand new floor plan. Permanently add to the drafting pool. Okay. Let's see. Vestibule. Whenever you enter the vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock, and the 4th one becomes locked. So when you enter the vestibule, you can move random directions. And they're not guaranteed to be the same each time. I wonder if that can be a soft lock. I guess not, actually. Yeah, because if 3 doors are guaranteed to be unlocked, even if they're not the ones you came in from, you can just... If they're unlocked, so you can just draft a new floor plan. Right, whenever you draw Dovecote, while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Huh. Or Casino has games of chance. Buying of 2 gems is required for admittance to this exclusive room. Okay. Or the vestibule also costs 2 gems. It had served as the original antechamber in the old days before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. Interesting. That could mean there's information in there. Um, and this one was built for Marigold. So there would also be information in that. And I don't know what the casino entails, but all of these are quite intriguing. I suppose I will take. So the vestibule is essentially a worse hallway. Not worse hallway, sorry. It is a worse crossroads with potential information. Dovecote is just a corner with potential information and the ability to rotate floor plans, which means that I'm more likely to get a floor plan that allows me to turn upward. And the casino probably has like a mini game. I'll take the casino. Yes. Just because I'm curious and a gambling man at heart. All right, let's also read over here. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation, and the use of colored prints eventually became popular with engineers and architects. Oh. Um, it is not the only color, blah, blah, blah. To affix the architect's revision edits to, and the blue was proposed as an ideal replacement as it had no political ties to any other realms. Um, by the fourth era, all floor plans were being printed on blue paper. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation. Colored prints became popular. Violet prints, for example, are only used when creating plans for a bedroom. Orange immediately informed the contractor that the print contains designs for a hallway. All right. So, type bedrooms, color violet, associated resource steps, average number of doors 1 to 2, extra items likely. Very nice. Synergies with the sleeping mask, nursery, and servants' quarters. Green rooms, gems, average number of doors 2 to 3. Extra items often. Type hallways, color orange, associated resource keys. Number of doors 3 to 4. Extra items rarely. Shops are gold with coins. Average number of doors is 2. Extra items never for free. Red rooms, vexation. Extra items are seldom. Average number of doors are 3 to 4. Prismatic rooms are Rooms with multiple colors. Okay. I suppose let's move on. I do not have a gem for the observatory. I could take the library. Yes, I will. There's a key here. And I have already taken the first 2 books. Let's take the third next. A key is required, but I have one. Workshop, I can combine items. However, I don't have any items. But I suppose I will take one, just because it allows me to progress. Though I do get a battery pack. And do I have page 8 in my note? Okay, 8 message. Okay, that is page 8. Right, so far I have 5, 6, 7, and 8, which are sheets are true message. Actually, I do have a couple of items here. Battery pack and compass can be assembled. Battery pack and sledgehammer require something else. Let's see what battery pack and compass creates. An electromagnet. Let me make a note of this. All right. I will go ahead and disable that for now. What does the electromagnet do? You are more likely to draw mechanical rooms while drafting, and automatically collect coins and keys when entering a room. That second part is very nice, actually. This requires a key card, so I have to go back to security. If I find a key card, or if I find the breaker box, I can progress. Do not have a gem for either of those two, so I have to take the dark room. And this is just random. It's the breaker box, which means that I can actually, hold on, I think I can just turn on the power to the dark room again. Which will allow me to not only see this in there, but it will, I think, also allow me to see what I draft when I open this door. And funnily enough, that was the perfect timing, because without that, I would not be able to progress. And because I now have them unlocked, I want more of them. Let's go this way first. All right. Interesting that the electromagnet is here. I don't know what that means. I am about to reach rank 8, so I might take the dining room here. I could also take the bunk room. take the dining room so that I have more options to progress. Hopefully one of these isn't locked. Very good. Spare room or laboratory? Laboratory is a dead end, so I'm going to take the spare room. Reach rank 8. Are you unlocked? You are not. But I can now eat. I do not have a trophy room. Trophy room is actually something I have not seen before. I don't believe I've even had the chance to draft it. And also, I forgot to note down that workshop contains a music sheet. Does the dark room have a music sheet? I do not remember, so I'm going to check. Does not look like it. Okay. Well, looks like this is going to be the end of the room, as the bunk room is the last one. I did get quite a few coins from that, though. I do not have a key, so I cannot continue. Unless by walking back through the house, I collect a key with the electromagnet. Which way do I need to go from here? I need to turn. Go this way. This way. And then back. Yes. Alright. Well, as I have no other reason to keep coins, as they're going to get reset at the end of the day anyway, I might as well take the blessing. I might as well just put in all of my coins. So I put in 11 coins. Whenever I draft a mechanical room, trigger my current experiment. That is interesting. That could help get the... There is a thing, there's a synergy with the shelter plus the laboratory, where the shelter has a radiation, it has a Geiger counter or something like that. It has a radiation detector, and that if it reaches above a certain level, I don't actually remember what that level is, it will automatically unlock every door in the estate. And the laboratory experiments create radiation when it happens. So if I get both the shelter and the laboratory, I could be cooking, but I have to get it soon. I need to go use the bathroom. I will be right back. All right. Let's continue. Day 15. Let's see if I can draft the shelter. If I can, I might be cooking. I can. Okay, shelter it is. So, my goal is to get a laboratory as soon as possible, and then just start activating that experiment as many times as I can. So, I could take the coat check. I think I will. Not specifically for the key card, but if I get a better item than the key card, I will want to check it. For instance, if I can get that, for instance, if I had the electromagnet, I would have checked it if I had a coat check. Here, I would like the parlor so that I can take the prize and get some more gems. Alright. I do wonder how many individual puzzles they made for this. Only one box is true. That is possibly true. The black box contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. Well, that is something. Well, both of these cannot be true at the same time, obviously. But neither of these have to be true, because the white box could contain the gems. Okay. Let's assume the blue box is true. Okay. That would make both of these false, and the gems in the white box. If blue is false, then that would mean two boxes must be true. But you're false, so white and black must both be true, which isn't possible. So therefore, blue must be true, meaning both of these are false, meaning that the gems are in the white box. Very nice. They call me the puzzler, because I puzzle people. Oh, the veranda sounds so nice. Oh, I'll take it. Greater chance for items in green rooms today. Secret passage, I think I will take, to be honest. And I want, oh Lord, I don't remember what color the laboratory is. Would it be gold? I don't think it'd be gold, would it? Wait, maybe it's a blue one and you just can't draw specifically a blue one here. So then I guess I'll take a green one. And I want Morning room tomorrow. I start with 2 gems, and I don't believe I've been in the morning room before, so I'll take it. An upgrade disc just lying around. Don't mind if I do. Okay. This is when I became the heir. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, a coupon book. That's possibly useful. I don't know. Moving on. The Nook circles me back to where I came. The hallway allows me to continue, at least in this rank, so I suppose I'll take that. The commissary turns me upward, so I will. Um, I'll take the Nook so that I get a key and can continue, as having no keys this far in worries me. I immediately have to use it though. I could take the Courtyard or the observatory here, or the dining room actually, to split it up. I think I'm gonna take the observatory so that I can get whatever the stars give me, which appears to be a diamond and a Southern Cross. What is that music? Wait, is this the music that is copyrighted? Um, wait. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to do it in OBS. Okay, I am going to mute this game in OBS for now. I'm sorry, but I think this might be the music that's copyrighted. And so, yeah, I just wasted a bunch of steps. So whenever this song ends, I'll turn it on again. But I'm sorry. The cloister would be great right now, but I can't. I don't have the gems for it. I suppose I'll take the Great Hall. If I have extra keys, which I doubt I will have, I will go in. Well, I suppose I could get extra keys at the locksmith. How much does a key cost from the locksmith? Um, 10 coins for a lockpick kit. I will come back if I get more coins. The only way to progress here is through the weight room. The Oh, I really want the laboratory, but it might be too late in the day. I'll take it. Let's see what this way has, though. Dining room is the only way to progress. Okay, let's see what experiment I can get here. Experiment setup. Um, Immediately, this could be goaded. Wait, this could be absolutely goated. If the immediately happens on every single one, or actually, I don't even need it to be the immediately. Where's my cursor? Okay, I could do this. Um, Whenever you draft a shop room, gain a key for every 2 hallways in the house. What is my current? What does my current house look like? How many hallways do I have? Um, I'll take the permanent change, I guess. There's a solid chance that this experiment never happens, though. However, I will be inserting the disk for an upgrade to the board here. Plus a gem, plus 2 dice, or plus 3 apples. Oh, plus 3 apples is interesting. But I haven't really been running low on footsteps. So I think I'll take probably the gem, to be honest. And also, I want to see what the laboratory law or what the research log does. Day 10. I had 1 successful trigger. I will log into the network if I draft the shop. I suppose I have to go into the dining room and just hope this door ain't locked. Okay. Um, I guess I'll take the archives so that I can split the path. This is the second, and I am sheltered at the moment. Is there music in here? Not there. Is there music somewhere else in here though? Not that I see. Okay, I don't have the gem for the courtyard. I guess I'll take the dark room so that I can progress. Um, I think I want the pantry for the coins because I do have a locksmith. And here, I guess I'll take the corridor. And here, um, if I had the gems, I'd take the office. I have been needing an office for so freaking long. I'll take the billiard room because the puzzle typically gives keys. All right, 15, 20 plus 12 is 32 minus 8 minus 10. 32 minus 18 is 16. Wait, no, it's 14. 18 minus 13 is 5 times 2 is 10. 20 times 20 divided by 20 is 20. 2 keys. Alright. There's a gem sitting here. Three gems from the wine cellar. Well, if I go to the chapel, it would allow me to progress. However, I would not have it sheltered. And there's a good chance it would be locked anyway on the other side, and that would waste a key, kinda. So I'm just gonna take the gems, and I'm going to move on. Nothing secret in here, I don't believe. Am kinda running low on steps. Um, which somewhat worries me, but whatever. If I get a bedroom once, I'll be fine, I think, for the rest of the day. Let's use the key here. Um, Passageway lets it split. However, I hope at least one isn't locked. Okay, good. Um, Nursery, yes, please. I need the steps. Is there anything hidden in here, though, before I go on? Nope. You are locked. You are not. Um, take the bedroom for the steps. And if I do that, I will circle back to the locksmith, buy a single key, and be able to continue on. Alternatively, I can take the closet and see what I get. So that's what I'll do. I get a dice and a gem. That's not very helpful. Okay. Well, I am not going to be able to, once I get down here, circle all the way back. So honestly, I'm going to go to coat check the key card back in, since I didn't get anything better, and just end the day. That is a shame that the I got both the shelter and the lab, but unfortunately I was not able to um utilize that at all. I got the lab far too late. Continuing on, I suppose. Day 16. Ah, I forgot that I start with 2 gems due to the whatever that green room was called. Tool shed, hovel, or shrine. I'll take the tool shed. Let's see what I get. A metal detector, which can be useful, and what a watering can. The first time you enter each green room, use a water to gain a gem. I see. I wonder if there is a way to refill the water. Take the allowance and begin. Immediately, not a great start. I suppose I'll take the parlor for the gems, which I will do in a moment. And I guess a closet. I get a die. Not great, not horrible. The black box is false. The black box is true. Okay, these directly contradict each other. A false box contains the gems. If the black box is in fact false here, then this would be true. This would be false. And this would be false, which puts the gems here. If this is true and this is false, then this would be false, which puts the gems here. True, false, false, gems are here. False, true, true, gems are still here. So either way, they're in the blue box. Yep, there we are. Okay, I am kind of loaded in gems right now, although I'm sure that will change shortly. I want the Nook so that I can get the key. There is something here. Yes. Okay. So, chapel allows me to progress upwards. So I'll take it. However, I'm not going to go in there immediately. Here I will take, I guess, the guest bedroom, and then I'll go in the chapel. I lose a coin, but sometimes that's just the way it happens. All right. Let's take the hallway so that I can split. There's something here. Didn't know the hallway could contain something. Where is it? Is it in the light? Oh, it's on the ground, just hidden behind the pedestal. Interesting. I can get the boiler room, which I will take. I'm going to go this way first, though. The observatory allows me to get something from the stars. However, pantry allows me to turn upwards, and the storeroom gives me a key. All three of these are something that I would like. I guess I'll just take the observatory, though, as it is the rarest of them. Apples are extra delicious and plus 3 footsteps. That kind of sucks. Here, um, I guess I'll take the drawing room. And I'll see if I can get the office here or something similar that I would like. I can. Okay, cool. Office. I don't know if the office requires to be in a corner of the house, but that might explain why I have only seen it in the corner of the house. What are you for? Please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Flight of the Queen, March of the Court, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. I will make a note of that. Or March of the Count, sorry. Okay. There is this switch here. I don't know what it does. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. I only need two levers to enter the antechamber. Lever in greenhouse. Wait, do I already have a note for the levers? Greenhouse has a lever slot. Yeah. Okay. And then the other levers are in the east and the west, whatever that means. I will also take the upgrade disc, which I will be able to use immediately as there is a thing in here. There is a safe in here, I see. Although I don't have the code, I only have what the code is not. Okay. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 8 steps. If you have less than 10 steps when you enter this room, set it to 20. Or whenever you draft another green room, 2 gems will sprout in this room. Well, I'm kind of a fan of how the nursery already works, so I think I'm just going to upgrade that one. Hello, Surfcaster. And here, it's time to actually use the terminal. Sorry. Payroll. Checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each service quarter, maid chamber currently in this state. They're issued. Turn to the menu. Spread golden estate. Um, um, I have run the payroll and spread gold, so there should be a lot of gold in here now. Swan Song is the password. I am kind of worried though that having all the coins be spread now means that in the future they won't be available. Okay, the mail. All right. Let's see. The VAC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we will fix it in our regular service visit next week. All right. Yes, that is the correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test the correct sequence is blue, green, white, red, purple. Thank you for your diligence. Just wanted to let you know the changes you requested in your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will execute it down to the last detail. You have not left me any instructions for the following week. You know much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide the definite plans for the holidays, please pass the message on to me, through Harley, or if you absolutely insist, through the confounded electronic typewriter. Well, place an order. What would I like to order? I don't know, man. Shovel, I guess. I don't know. That's something I can do at every terminal, though. The mail is the only thing I couldn't do, and unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything I didn't already know in there. Is there anything? Well, there is the safe. But again, I only know what the safe code is not, which is, um, um 9083 is not the code. I already knew that. So the office unfortunately did not have much of note other than coins being spread around. And supposedly there is a coin actually here. Yeah. Let us activate the boiler. Oh, and I need to reactivate the game sounds. I forgot to do that earlier. Use a key. All right. Security or passageway? I guess security. There's coins around here as well. Very nice indeed. Oh my goodness, look, it's me. I guess I have a lot of coins, so let's take the commissary. I would like the gems. The shovel wouldn't be terrible either. Take the gems. There should be coins literally everywhere at this point, so they shouldn't be too hard to find. Courtyard, I'll take, I suppose. Oh, I do have a watering can. Which, what does it give me? I don't even remember. It gives me 1 gem. I get a sledgehammer. Where is the coin that is supposedly in the room? Or what did it detect the sledgehammer? I guess it was detecting the sledgehammer. Rumpus room. I would like this, yes. Yes. This I will, however, be activating later on. When I circle back to this room. I can take the pantry, which will allow me to continue on, so I will do that. Lots of coins at the moment. The foundation does not reset each day. This is a first. What does that mean? What do you mean by it doesn't reset each day? And also, that looks incredibly suspicious. Do I currently have power in this room? It's this. Looks like something I want to have power for. Here, the corridor is the... or... I could take the bedroom. I'd rather take the corridor, though. Guarantee it's unlocked. Where's this coin? Here it is. Locksmith. He's for sale. I will absolutely take the locksmith here. Give me the lockpick kit. And I'll be back if I need it. Actually, give me the special key. And I got a silver key. Very nice. Okay. This is suspicious. I also don't know what it means by doesn't reset each day. There doesn't seem to be anything in there to reset each day. So... I don't know. Anyway, rumpus room time. So I'm going to shut up and allow it to play.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of the dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes, resting upon 8 pedestals, 8 envelopes. I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Well, that is interesting. Okay. The red envelopes, I actually think I've read one. And it was in the red room, I believe. And then there are also one painting is missing. I don't entirely know what that means. But whatever. Okay. I will take the pool here so that I can split. The drafting studio would be so good, but I can't take it. I don't have the gems. Bedroom it is. Here I guess I'll take the den. Here, I would like to try to lockpick it, and I can. I will take the nursery. And this is a deposit box key, which I believe is in the mail room. If that is true. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are instead placed in this room. Or sauna. Honestly, I'll take sauna because I want to know if there's anything in here that is of note, and it looks like there is not. I am assuming that the broken lever there was just a random chance. I cannot pick this lock. I will instead use the silver key. Into archives would suck, but it is the only one that allows me. Well, I can take the dark room. I guess I'll take that. You are the storeroom. Not great. Let's head back. I will say, the sounds are becoming a little unsettling. I need to go to the commissary, just through security, and this is the final pathway I have, and I can only go one room, so it better be a good one. Did not pick the lock, but that's fine. I have a key. All right. I can go in the locker room. Well, that's kind of good in the sense that it's a new one. So, actually, is it a new one? It might actually not be. I cannot pick these locks. Which is unfortunate. And that is, actually spread keys throughout the house. Well, I do have some footsteps. And the metal detector. Let's see how many keys are spread throughout the house. View the inventory. 5 keys. Might as well get searching, huh? Should be fairly obvious when I enter a room that has a key in it. So far, I have not. There's a key here. And coins here. And a key. And coins. Okay. Coins. Well, I've gotten a couple of keys now. Let's see what you got. An apple. Not useful. Running shoes. Occasionally save footsteps. Okay. Not useful either. Nothing in any of these rooms. Supposedly there's something in this room. The question is where? Right here, it would seem. In the sauna. Nope. And anything in here? Nope. Alright. One more key for the locker room. Then I think I will be calling it a day. Alright. Completely empty. Well, unfortunate. Guess that's the end of the run. Yeah, I just want to check that the boiler room is in fact powering the right direction. It is. Okay. So then why the hell are you not powered? You have to be within a certain number of rooms of the boiler room to get power. Or is it something more like only certain rooms can carry power? This is very curious. And I do not know. But that is me calling it a day, which is unfortunate. I have not been getting all that much information recently. Um, oh yeah, I have 20 extra steps. I forgot about that. It was so long ago that I drafted that. Let's see what's over here. I will take the shelter, I guess. I want to check and see while I have some extra steps. If I have just somehow missed the fourth one of these. So can I go in this place? It is very dark. Can I see in here? Doesn't seem like it, no. I don't see anything clickable either. So, yeah. This is interesting, but I don't see how I would open that. I haven't found any items or anything that would allow me to. Same here. I have not gotten out of the estate on this side, which is what I would need to do to get there. Nothing over here. I've already done the one in the orchard. So that's not going to have a second one. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no. I just have to assume that I still can't turn that thing and power it up. which is unfortunate because I have a feeling that would open one of the blocked doors out here, but alas. Let's see, a den immediately to get the split and a gem. There's also a trunk in here if I remember that. Let's go billiard room for the keys. Alright, 13. What on earth is the square? Well, 3 squared is 9 if that's what it means. I suppose that is what it means. 3 squared is still 9. 5 squared is 25, minus 20 is 5. That's the first time I've seen it squared. But it's not too hard to figure out what it means. I guess I'll take the closet and see what I get. A gem and a sleeping mask. Could be worse, could be better. Truly, it's whatever. Oh. That's what it means by it does not reset each day. The foundation is just there. Forever. I do wonder what that means when it comes to doors being locked. Theoretically, because these don't reset, you should never be able to lock. So this definitely feels like something that needs power from the boiler. So if I can find the boiler in a reasonable distance from this, then we're good. But if not, then we're kind of screwed. Here I guess I'll take observatory. And it is diamond is major. I get 5 diamonds. Nice. I need a key here. I guess I will. And I will take the garage for more keys. Spend 1 key to get 3. Alright. No items here. This way. I guess I'll take the storeroom. It's gonna lead back into this spot anyway. I noticed that my big head is covering the Also, this is a page from the Bluebird book that I read on Thursday. Was that just meant to be a hint that Marigold was here? There's also a dig spot in the foundation, and because the foundation doesn't change each day, that leads me to believe that it is a permanent item of some kind. Anyway, bedroom is the only one that lets me progress. I guess courtyard. A shovel. I'll take. And This will also allow me to see what is in that dig spot in the foundation. Which I'm honestly going to go check now. And there's only the one, and it's over here. Nothing of interest was buried there. Oh, actually, there is one here. A brick. There's just nothing in these big spots. Kidding. I don't remember if there's a dig spot in the garage, so we'll go check. You're not the garage, so I guess I won't check. It's kind of embarrassing. Whatever. I'll go security so I can hit the corner room. Wine cellar because it's a dead end anyway. Got a key from that. Nook to turn upwards. I have a lot of keys right now. I need to not hit a dead end, so I will take Chapel to split it. As I just realized that I am currently working on my last path. Parlor turns upwards. And also gives me some gems. The box next to this box is false. The box next to this box is true. The box next to this box contains gems. Or sorry, a box next to this box is true. So, hold on. If this was false, that would make this false. Which would mean both of these are false. And that's all three false, and that can't happen. Which means you must be true. Or sorry. Wait. Hold on. If you're false, that would make this true. And that would make this true. If you're true, that would make this false. Which can't happen. Okay, so this cannot... Yeah, that's contradictory. Which means this is false. This is true. Which means this is also has to be true. So you contain the gems. I don't know if I've gotten a single one of these wrong yet. Hallway time to split up the path. I guess I'll take utility closet. I don't know. Neither of these ways let me actually continue onward. Chamber of Mirrors I would take if it was in any other place, but I literally cannot go in from any other direction here. Alright. Let's turn off the keycard power and turn on garage power. And I still don't know what the VAC is for. And wait, I did that wrong. Need, like, you, wait, no. You, no, wait. Like that. And then I guess I'll just choose a random one. I don't really know. I presume they correspond to specific rooms in the house. I am at a dead end. Well, that's a very unfortunate and fast ending. Yeah, no, that's just it. So VAC. What would VAC stand for? Is that just ventilation system? Is that just what the... That's just the ventilation system. Okay. So... You being white, you're part of the ventilation system. Okay, so if I can figure out what corresponds to here, something changes about this. Then I will know that it corresponds to this room. Change. Messing it up. There we are. Any change? No. This might take a while to guess and check it. I need... Wait. I need it like this. Alright, number 4. Any change? No. Number 5. Any change? No. Last one. Number 6. No. What the hell? I do not understand. This vault is interesting. I have never seen that room. I'm just seeing if there's any other rooms I haven't seen. I haven't seen that room. Nor have I seen that room. But every other room here I think I have seen. Well, I guess I will check out the garage just one more time, because I want to see if the, what do you call it? I want to know if the last thing I'm meant to turn is out here. And I just haven't seen it. This looks interesting. That looks like the thing that connects to the breaker box. So I wonder if that's what the VAC is for. Anyway, I'm looking for a pipe with a switch. But I don't think it's here. I don't see it. Yep, no. I really don't understand this. Let's call it a day. I got no information that run. And I think that might just start happening more and more often. And I really just don't know what to do. I'm already approaching the time where... Actually, I think it's already passed. Where the shop has half off. Yeah, it would have already passed by now, wouldn't it? You know what? I'll take the schoolhouse. And to be clear, what I am looking for are these things. Interesting, you can unturn it. I don't know why you would ever want to. Yep, closing address that I've already read. Miss Peterson has a gift. But I don't think there's anything else in here. Yep. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of just, I don't really have any idea what I need to do at this point. I guess let's take the library because there should be a book waiting. Here it is. The Fixed Stars of Constellations. Actually, I believe this is the same one that is in the observatory. And if I go into the observatory again, I will find that dead-end rooms are more common. But I will just need to take the hit one day. It sucks. Oh, I can take a conference room immediately, right off the bat. That's nice. Yep, the meeting notes are all in the office safe, but I don't have the code to the office safe. I can take the parlor. Gems. A box next to this box contains the gems. You are blank. A box next to this box displays a false statement. This is false. Forcing this true. And you contain the gems. Alright. Drawing room or den? I suppose I will take the drawing room. I still have not drawn the casino. even after adding it to the draft. Let's take the classroom. This is the first grade classroom. And if I remember correctly, everybody likes red. Yep. There's also an apple on the desk. And I don't know if there is some kind of puzzle in here regarding the worksheet, but can you find the difference between a queen of diamonds and a car? Yeah. One is a car and one is a playing card. I could take the walk-in closet and then continue on from the other entrances. Or I could take the den and split it. I think I'll take the walk-in closet. I get shoes, sleeping mask, and 2 gems, it looks like. This is interesting. All right, boys. We are descending into the house. Or I suppose that would be below the house. Let's go. What the hell? Underground in the foundation. I get an upgrade disc. I need the key card to call elevator, and I need a key to open the basement door. And I don't know if that is a specific key or if any key will do. That is the question, isn't it? I can take the boiler room. Or I can take the Nook. And honestly, I'll take the Nook because I want to test if any key will do. I want to know if any key will be able to do this. Because that is very important information. If any key can do this, it is. It's any key. Oh no, it doesn't. The key doesn't fit. Interesting. So there is a specific key that I need for the basement. So Of the unique keys I am aware of, there is only the silver key and the car key and the safe deposit box key. I'm unaware of any other key. That doesn't mean they don't exist. That just means I'm unaware of them. You know what? Sure, I'll take the boiler room here. Here, I'll take a storeroom. It is also interesting that the elevator call button requires a key card, because that implies that there is either something behind the elevator, or not behind, sorry, beneath the elevator, or that you can somehow, once you get the basement key, what do you call it? Go in from the other way, which means that it would lead outside. Both of which are interesting. Very interesting. Here, I want to just get the observatory over with. I'm just gonna take the hit of the dead end rooms. Which sucks, but I gotta do it at some point. I will take the mailroom. Order has been placed. This I already know. I don't know what they're for, though. And these are possibly the safe deposit boxes, but they also don't. They're not clickable, so that makes me think they're not. And also, there are no red envelopes in here. Okay. I just noticed there is... Well, I didn't just notice, but I just realized there might be a connection to this red envelope. But I can't click it or do anything with it. I'm not sure what that's for. I need to go through the entrance hall, I suppose, and back around to the Nook. If I find a key card, I will send up the elevator while down in the basement and see if there is a what? 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 Huh? There's also another safe in here. Wait, this is the second. There's two safes? Um. I'm wondering if. I don't remember if the red note just said the safe code was not. Or that the safe code or the office safe specifically. If it was specifically the office safe, then 9083 might be this safe. No, okay. Alright, let's see. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. So this would be like what? And also you're face and ace, but the F. So they don't necessarily have to start with the same letter. It's just one of them has to be 4 letters and one has to be 5. And the 5th letter can be anywhere. So let's see. You would be like it would be like stage and possibly sage. Okay. I also have an upgrade disc, but I don't think I'll be able to use it. Which sucks, actually. I can't use the upgrade disc. Well, that's a shame. Because that upgrade disc was not a randomly occurring one. This was one you were meant to get from the basement. Okay. But there are 44 letters in the code. And I need to determine each and every one of them. Which means it is time to go through each room in the house that I have at least gotten this time, one by one, look at the paintings and determine what they are. So, if I get what this means correctly, this is F, not because it's the first letter, but because it's the letter that gets added. Also, I have a feeling this is like the odd one out, because it's 4 and 3 instead of 5 and 4, simply as like because it's the first, it's the entrance, right? But so let's start with, okay. Okay. All right. So, uh, this is going to be the safe, or not the safe, the paintings. The painting code. All right. So, rank 4. Number 3 is T because of stage and sage. All right. Moving back to the Nook, which has again 2 paintings. You are a road or a street and a fishing rod. What? Okay. Well. Well, I guess it could just be rod and road. I'm going to assume that it is rod and road. Actually, I'm going to go road and rod. Just so that the longer one is always first. Now, the foundation doesn't have... No, it does have paintings in the basement. There are paintings in here. They're just in the basement. Good on the developers for making sure that you can actually do this. No matter where the basement is. Okay, so the basement is... What even are you? What even is that? It's a tie. And whatever the frick this is. What even are you? The only thing I can even think of, maybe, and this is a big maybe, maybe it's Tyr. But that's, like T-I-E-R, but that's a big maybe. To the extent that I'm fairly certain it is wrong. But I'm going to list it anyway. Because it's the only thing I can think of in the moment. And I'll just mark it as a question mark. Actually, I'll be more specific. Because the question thing is this. Alright. Moving on to, next in the list is the conference room. Which has stairs and stars. And this is 2-2. And this is I. because of stare and star. Well, actually, I'll put the yes. Okay. Next up. Let's go this way first. There does not seem to be any paintings in here. Oh yes, there are. It is a plane and a plan. Yup, and that's what the E is for. It's E because of plane and plan. I get it. I get it. I remember looking at that before and saying, what's that E for? That's suspicious. And that's what it's for. What the hell? Okay. Why are there so many paintings here? I'll come back to this area later. Unless it's crow and row, in which case it would be a C. And that works well enough that I'm just going to put it down as true. And then in the painting, this is car and card, which is D. In rank 4-1. And then the walk-in closet has a stretcher of some kind and a dress or coat or uniform. I'm not sure. I'm going to skip this for now. Right, into the library, where it is it's like hands or a clap and a crowbar. What? Huh? What do you mean? My highest grade classroom is a 1. I wonder if each time you draft a classroom, you go up a grade. This is, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put that one off as well. This one I know already is, ace and face. So it's an F. And then moving up, I have a bridge and a dress or a wedding or a Marriage. What? Something doesn't add up here. Moving on. I don't think there are paintings in the boiler room. Let's go to the storeroom. This is a pin and a pine. So this would be E or pine and pin. Why did I go downstairs? I need to go up now into the den, where this is a clock and a lock. Which is a C. And then the observatory, which is a pen, I suppose. What? A pen in a tree? Or a brush in a bush, maybe? But I wouldn't call that a bush. Wait, no, you're a match. And it's a match. A match, and I don't know. And are there paintings in here? Maybe. What the frick are you? Well, there's an and, or like an ampersand, and whatever the frick you are. And I don't know. Oh, it's dunes. You look at it from this direction. So it's sand and. Or sorry, this is actually S for sand and. Okay. Moving backwards. Back to the observatory. You are still a match or a flame or something of that nature, and you are still a tree. The question is, how do I make that be two words, one letter apart? At least I think you're a match. I'm like fairly confident you're a match. But at the same time, you might not be. I don't know. Maybe I just need to see it when it's bigger. I did not go into, or did I? I should have. Theoretically, I should have all 5 in rank 4. The observatory and the walk-in closet are hard. I am going to go ahead and probably call it a day and a stream. But at least now I have something to work towards. I have a goal, which is to fill out this code. Even if some of them are confusing, like match and tree. Which I still don't get how that can be possible. What I need. You know, I wonder. The parlor, when it was here, gave me the E. I wonder if I can use the parlor as just a giveaway. Like, I can just use it as essentially like if I'm just completely stuck, I could put the parlor here and it would tell me what the letter is. Interesting. But I am going to call it a day and a stream. All right. That'll be it. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you tomorrow. Probably with FTL, but I might decide to continue Blueprints. Goodbye.